Alright, number 3 of the day, MC Productive, mate. Welcome back to Mr. Alright Movie Reviews and our Bond Rewind series. Today we are diving into For Your Eyes Only, Roger Moore's 1981 return to Earth as 007 after Moonraker's space romp. With a solid theme, gritty stakes and a more grounded plot, literally does this one hit the mark. Let's unpack the spies, chaos and intrigue in 5 minutes.
Am I happy with that? No, I'm not! I want more!
So this film opens with Sheena Easton's For Your Eyes Only, a dreamy pop ballad that hit number 4 in the US and number 8 in the UK, earning an Oscar nomination. I just thought it's crazy to me that we had to wait until the Craig era for an Oscar to land. Easton's tender vocals and lush melody shift from Moonraker's grandeur and escapism, matching the film's more grounded tone. It's a romantic 80s classic, and actually the first Bond theme with the singer in the title sequence.
For your eyes only can see me through the night.
Setting a sleek and emotional vibe that's both nostalgic and timeless for Moore's pivot. But did the film commit in the same way? Oh man, nothing hits like freshly defrosted water. Roger Moore dials back the camp for a more grounded 007, blending his trademark charm with a tougher edge. In For Your Eyes Only, he is a suave spy, tackling Cold War stakes and balancing quips with grit in intense scenes like the cliff climb. I love that sequence. Moore's charisma shines, but his lighter style, honed in Moonraker, feels slightly restrained, although I did appreciate the scene of him leaving flowers at his deceased wife's grave. Moore played that gentleman hiding his grief, deep down struggling to cope perfectly. Still, he keeps Bond iconic, hooking audiences in with a mix of wit and determination, proving his versatility in a post-space back-to-basics mission. Moore is joined by Carol Bouquet as Melina Havelock, Greek heroine, who for the most part was pretty good, but man, that first scene was a bit much. Just watching it, I wanted to look away, but that was a bit of a breaker for me. That's what I mean when I say, did it commit?
What the hell is even that?
Because it's a little bit weird like that. But also joining us is Julian Glover as Christatos, a sly, double-crossing villain. Topol's Columbo is a charismatic smuggler turned ally, stealing scenes and the heart of Baby, mind you. The plot follows Bond recovering a lost missile system, APAC navigating Greek intrigue and Soviet schemes. Gadgets are minimal, a beautiful Lotus Esprit that defines the 80s, and an identigraph machine, which is pretty cool to see. But I love that car. I love cars like that. I love cars in general, but I would love to own a Lotus Esprit. The ski chase and underwater sequences are tense set pieces, and fun fact, Moore was particularly known to have loved filming the Citroen 2CV chase, where they drive through the olive groves, and so much so that he did the driving for it.
We'll take the low road. Not that low. You don't mind if I drive, do you?
For Your Eyes Only pivots Moore's era from Moonraker's cosmic excess to a grounded, Fleming-inspired thriller, echoing Connery's more realistic take on Bond. Christatos' betrayal and Cold War stakes set a much grittier tone, perhaps going back to From Russia with Love, but it also influenced Octopus's balance of intrigue and spectacle. It refines Moore's suave Bond, scaling back camp for tension, marking a mid-era shift before his final flamboyant outings. The film bridges 70s extravagance with 80s restraint, prepping for Dalton's grit while keeping Moore's charm central to the franchise's evolution. So For Your Eyes Only grossed $195 million worldwide on a $28 million budget. A strong hit for 1981, mind you, but I think it's quite interesting that it did less than Moonraker and it only cost less than $2 million less. Interesting. Kind of makes you think, what could they have done with Moonraker with another 10 million? Knowing they would have been hindsight, knowing they would have made it back anyway. It scored 73% from critics and 64% from audiences on Rotten Tomatoes. Praised for Moore's balance and action, but criticised for a slower pace. Most fans love it though, as a refreshing reset, adoring the ski chase and the rock climb, as well as Melina. Though some find the plot predictable and miss the Wilder Moore flair. And that's what I meant when I asked if you thought it committed to its aim. You see, I enjoy For Your Eyes Only for its back to basics vibe. The ski chase and cliff climb are tense, as I've said many times already. However, as much as the film really tried to ground us, there are also scenes like Thatcher being on the phone at the end and a parrot saving the day that just feels like they couldn't commit to being serious. I'm not saying a Bond film shouldn't be fun, but Moore's quips and witty remarks are more than adequate without thrusting pure silliness in our faces, I think. I liked Moonraker and I talked about how I enjoyed that. They committed to it. Like I said in that film, someone was going, more, more, more. That's actually so funny because it's Roger Moore. But in this film, it's like people were saying, hold back, back. Can we have that? Can we have that? And they should just stick to it. They should just do one thing. Be camp, excess, escapism, or be gritty. Don't try being both camps. Melina's arc does add heart to the story, but the plot feels safe, lacking flair. And I give it just a 6.5 out of 10 for its effort to refocus, but its uncommitted execution. Is this Moore's unsung gem for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because that is For Your Eyes Only cracked wide open. And next up is Octopussy, Moore's exotic caper. If Bond Rewind has got you hooked, then smash the like button and subscribe for our 26th episode ranking, and also binge my playlist in the description below if you don't mind. A huge thanks to you, Jagex, for letting us use the old school RuneScape, and thank you for watching all the way to the end. You are a legend. Stay alright, and I'll see you next time, my friends. Adios.